Hello students, I welcome you all to the another interesting session on the chapter Arithmetic Progressions. Okay, so my name is Lalita Devi, your senior math teacher. Coming to the today's session, we are going to discuss about arithmetic progression. So what is meant by the arithmetic progression and when we are going to say that a given series is going to be considered as the arithmetic progression. Okay, now, before discussing about the arithmetic progression, I just want to let you know that what if I am taking the list of numbers or list of any of your, like for suppose if I am taking, yes, if I am taking 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so here I am taking a list of numbers. Now, these list of numbers will form a series, right? Now, when we are going to consider this series as the arithmetic progression that we are going to learn today, and how to find, okay, how to find the required term. Term means nothing but whatever the elements, like whatever the numbers you are having in this series, that we are going to consider it as the term. Okay, now let's see what are the topics that we are going to discuss today. First, we will discuss about the introduction, like how we will be getting the arithmetic progression from the given list of any numbers. Okay, and next we will discuss about what is the arithmetic progression and its general form, and simple your nth term of the arithmetic progression, and then how to select the terms if they gave the, okay, I will tell you how to select the terms in an AP. And next, sum of n terms and then arithmetic mean and the application of AP. It means simple how we will be going to derive some of the formulas from our arithmetic mean, I mean arithmetic progression concept. Okay. Finally, we will solve some problems and once again we will revise all the topics. Clear? Yes. Let's start with the first concept, that is nothing but the introduction. Coming to here, if we observe some of the series like your 1, 2, 3, 4 and 100, 70, 40, 10 and minus 3, minus 2, minus 1, 0. Okay, let's take the first one only. Here I am having 1, 2, 3, 4. If you observe here, how I am getting my 2? For the 1, if I am adding 1, I will be getting the 2. And for 2, if I am adding another 1, I will be getting 3. And for 3, if I am adding another 1, I will be getting 4. It means what? I am adding some value to my previous number so that I will be getting the next value, right? And this value, whatever we are adding, that value is the same for all the numbers. So now these will form an AP. Understood? And what about the number? The same number that we are adding to the previous numbers, that will become your common difference. Understood? Yes. Now, each of the numbers in your list are going to be called as the term. Okay. If I am taking my list of the numbers as my 1, 2, 3, 4, what are the numbers I am having? Those are nothing but your terms of the, excuse me, terms of your list. Okay. Now, coming to here, if we observe what is meant by the success term and the preceding term means, succeeding term means we are having after and preceding means before, right? In the same way, successive terms are obtained by adding a fixed number to our preceding term. It means what? For the 2, okay, in order to get the number 2, I am adding 1 to my previous number 1. So, in the same way, coming to here, for if you observe the second example also, in order to get 70, what we are doing? We are doing minus 30. And in order to get 40 from the 70, we are taking minus 30. Right? And next, coming to the next example, from minus 3 to minus 2, I am adding plus 1. Right? And from minus 2 to minus 1, it is once again plus 1. Now, coming to your fourth one, if you observe clearly, here from 3 to 3, we are not adding anything, so it is 0. And from here to here, it is 0 like that, right? Now, if you observe here clearly, we are just going to add or subtract. Actually, it is not only adding, by subtracting also, you will be getting the next terms in your list. Okay? So, Coming to your, if you observe the different list of numbers here, one will be getting, I mean, one will be having the number, the successive terms will be getting by adding some constant to your preceding terms. And some of the list may be having, if you, I mean, the successive terms are obtained by subtracting a constant value from your preceding term. Okay, so now we can say that not only adding, we can subtract a fixed number also, right? Now, coming to here, now what about the arithmetic progression means? In that list of numbers, if the adding of a number or if the subtraction of a number is the same value for all the numbers, then it will become an arithmetic progression. Simply we can say that, coming to your first list of numbers, I am adding the same number to my successive numbers, right? I mean to my preceding numbers. So this will form an AP. Understood? If you are adding the same number, if you are going to, I mean, go on adding the same number to your preceding terms in order to get the successive terms, then it forms an AP, right? Now, let's see what about the arithmetic progression is. So coming to the arithmetic progression is obtained by adding a constant like your fixed number to your preceding number, like your previous number. Fine. For example, I will tell you, if I am taking 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, right? Now 2 is my first term and 4 is my second term and 8 is the third term and fourth term and then so on. Now, if you observe here clearly, how can I get my second number? For these two, I am adding the another 2, so I am getting 4. And how I am getting my 6? For the 4, I am adding 2, right? And for 8, once again I am adding 2 for 6. And for 10, I am adding 2 for 8, right? Now, if you observe clearly, in order to get our next number, we are adding the fixed number to our previous terms, right? So now that list of numbers, we are going to call it as the arithmetic progression. Okay, now what about if I am taking 10, okay, and 7 and 4, clear, and 1. So is it a arithmetic progression? Yes. Why? Because 10 minus 3 will give you 7 and 7 minus 3 will give you 4 and 4 minus 3 will give you 1. So here also I am adding the fixed number. But what is that fixed number? That fixed number is minus 3. Okay. So now we can say that on adding a fixed number to our preceding term in order to get the successive term, that list of numbers will form an arithmetic progression. Okay, and that fixed number we are going to call it as the common difference. Understood? Common difference. Okay, so that fixed number we are going to call it as the common difference. Now what will be the common difference for our first list of numbers? That is 2, which is the number we are adding to every value, right, in order to get the successive terms. Now, how can we represent our arithmetic progression means? First term will be represented by A1 and second term will be A2, A3 and so on up to AN. Okay, understood. Now, how can we find the common difference between them? How I am getting the 2? From the 4, if I am subtracting 2, I will be getting the 2, right? In the same way, in order to get the common difference of an AP, okay? In order to get the common difference of an AP, you need to subtract your previous term from your term. Okay, it means by d will be given by a2 minus a1, right? Understood everyone? From your term you need to subtract the preceding term. Okay, that will give you the common difference of your AP. Understood everyone? Yes. So now, coming to here, common difference we will be getting by A2 minus A1. So any doubt for anyone? So Can we take A3 minus A2 also? Yes, you can take. Okay. Some of the students can take A3 minus A2. Now, what about this AN minus of AN minus 1 means? Here, my last term. Okay. Here, my last term is the AN. But before that, what is the term I am having? AN minus 1. Right? So, before the AN term, I am having AN minus 1. So if I want to find the common difference, how we will find? By taking the difference between your an and an minus 1. Right? You need to subtract the an minus 1 from your an. So for that reason, I am telling you that in order to find the common difference, whatever the term you are taking, from that term you need to subtract the previous term. Okay, whether it will be your a2 minus a1 or a3 minus a2 or a4 minus a3 and so on, an minus an minus 1 also. Clear about this, everyone? Yes. Nice. So now moving to the next, general form of an arithmetic progression. So what is the general form of an arithmetic progression means? See, if I am having 2, 4, okay, 6, 8 and 10, right? Now how I will be getting? My first term is my first term is 2, right? And what is the common difference? 2. Now how I will be getting my second term? How I will be getting my second term? This is my a. For suppose if I am taking my first term as a, so now how I will be getting the 4? 2 plus 2, it means what? Your a plus d, right? And once again, so how I will be getting 6? For this a plus d, once again I need to add d, right? So that becomes your a plus d plus d. So that is nothing but your a plus 2d, right? And how I will be getting the 8? For 8 I am going to add the 2 for 6. So now it will become your a plus 2d plus d, which is nothing but your a plus 3d. So now what will be this general form will become? That is a, I mean a comma, a plus d comma, a plus 2d comma, a plus 3d and so on. Now understood, everyone? How we will be getting the general form of an arithmetic progression means? So if I am taking my first term as my a, then how you will be getting the second term? You need to add the common difference. So I am taking a plus d, right? And how you will be getting the third term? For these a plus d, you need to once again add the common difference. Now d plus d will give you 2d. So that becomes your a plus 2d, right? And now, how you will be getting the next term? Next term will be given by, for these a plus 2d, you need to add another d. Now, 2d plus d will become 3d. So, here we got a plus 3d. So, for that reason, the general form will become a comma, a plus d comma, a plus 2d comma, a plus 3d and so on. Clear, everyone? Any doubt? Yes. Any doubt? And so on, you will be getting the an. Okay? Yes. Now, what we can say about the number of terms in an AP? So, whenever we are counting the numbers, how we will count? We will count first number, second number, third number, and so on. It means 1, 2, 3, and so on. So, we can say that the number of terms, okay, the number of terms is always a natural number. Okay, we can't say that an AP is having the zero numbers or zero terms, right? So for that reason, number of terms in your AP will become a natural number. Okay, so you can say that an AP is having 50 terms or 30 terms, like that. Okay, coming to the second point, what about the common difference? The common difference can be a positive number and can be a zero and can be a negative number also. How means? If you first look at your given AP, first AP means here it is 3 comma 3 comma 3 comma 3, and if you find the common difference, we will be getting the common difference as 0. Now if you are taking the second one, 6 comma 9 comma 12 comma 15, if you take the common difference, we will be getting the 3. And in the same way, for your third one, 70 minus 100 will give you minus 30. So what is the common difference I got here? I got here common difference as my minus 30, which is my negative value. Okay. Now what we can say about this general form? General form is a comma, a plus d comma, a plus 2d comma, a plus 3d comma, and so on. And number of terms in an AP is a natural number. It means you will be having 1, 2, 3, and so on. And next, coming to your common difference. Common difference can be 0 and can be positive and can be negative also. Right? Understood? Can be positive means what? For a number, if you are adding, okay, if you are adding a positive number, then the AP will increases. Like our next values will increase. So it will become an increasing AP. Okay. And for a number, if you are adding the negative number, what happens? From that number you are subtracting the number, so now the AP value will be decreasing. Okay, understood? Yes. Now moving to the next, how to find the nth term of an AP. So what is this nth term? First, suppose I am giving you an AP of 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, and 11. This is my AP I am giving you. And how many terms I am having? 6 terms. But I am asking you to find the 12th term. If it continues, it is an infinite AP and it continues. Now I am asking you to find the 7th term or 8th term. Then you can find easily, because you can find the common difference and add the common difference. But what if I am asking you to find the 50th term? Okay. So 50th term, how we will find means 50th is nothing but a number, like term number, right? In the same way, nth term means it will give you the position of a term in that AP. Understood? So now, as I am asking you to find the 50th term, if you are finding difficulty in the 50, then you can take at least 15th term, okay? Or you can take 16th term of this AP. Then how we will find means, what is our first term? What is our first term? A equals to 1. And next, what is our second term? A1 equals to A, which is of your 1. And A2 equals to, how we will be getting the second term? For the first term, you need to add the common difference, right? A plus D, right? Which is equals to your 3. Now, how can we find the common difference? Common difference is given by A2 minus A1. So now, here we will be getting A2 means 3 minus 1, which is of your 2. Right? Common difference we got as the 2. Now, look at here everyone. What will be the relation between your A2 and A plus D? Can I write my A2 as A plus of 1 into D? Right? Next, how can we write this one? A plus of 2 minus 1 into D. Understood everyone? Because I need to find my relation between my 2 and the D. For that reason, I am converting this relation as A2 equals to A plus of 2 minus 1 into D. What about A3? A3 equals to A plus 2D, right? Now, how can we write these two in terms of your 3? 2 can be written as 3 minus 1. So now it can be written as A plus of 3 minus 1 into D, right? In the same way, for AN, how can we write? A plus of N minus 1 into D. Understood the nth term, everyone? So nth term will help you to find the required term of an AP. Okay, if it was infinite AP. Clear? Now, what is the formula to find your nth term means? That is A plus of N minus 1 into D. Okay, clear everyone? Now, AN also called as the general term of an AP. It means it will be helping you to find that term of an AP. Clear? Now we can take the an as your last term. That means when we can say if the AP is ending with your an. Okay, if there are m terms, then am will become your last term. Okay, and that last term is denoted by small l. Clear about this, everyone? Clear about the nth term of an AP? Yes. Nice. Any doubt? So what will be the formula for the am if m is the last term? See, the same here I am taking an as my nth term, right? For m, it means mth term means it will become your am. So which is of your a plus of m minus 1 into d. Just replace your n with m. That's it. And if the AP is having only m terms, then am will become your last term. Okay, am will be the last term if m terms are there in your AP. Okay, for suppose if I am having an AP with 20 terms, then what is my 20th term will become? That is the last term of your AP. Clear? So if my AP is having only 20 terms, then 20th term will become the last term of your AP. Clear about that? Yes. Now let's see the next. Moving to the next is nth term from end of an AP. Now how can we find the nth term from the end? From the starting we know how to find, but what about from the end? So from the end it will become, let me tell you, okay, I am having 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. Okay, and so on. And I am taking my last number as somehow 111 like that. Okay, last number I am giving. Now if you check here, from the end I need to find my mth term. So what I will do now, I will just take the reverse of an AP. Clear? I will take the reverse of an AP, right? Now coming to here, how we will find the last term, like mth term from the last means that is given by last term is your. Now for these AP I need to find my mth term. Okay, so now what here is my, clear? So here is my A will become your last term, and I need to find the m, I mean mth term. So for that reason, mth term from the end will become your last term, that is your a plus of m minus 1 into. Now from 1 to 3, it will be your plus 2. But what about 3 to 1? 3 to 1, the common difference will become minus 2. Okay, so now what is the common difference here? Common difference is minus d. For that reason, in order to find the nth term from the end, the difference, I mean the common difference, we are going to take as the minus d. Okay, understood? And what is this a here? A is nothing but your last term, right? So that is your last term plus m minus 1 into minus d. Clear? Now plus into minus will become minus. So we will be getting the last term minus of m minus 1 into d. Okay, understood everyone? So last term from the end. Simple. Last term from the end means just reverse the AP. Okay, now the last term will become your first term. So if you keep that value in your nth term of an AP formula, you will be getting last term plus. What is the position of the term? M. So now it will become your m minus 1. But if you find the common difference, you will be getting minus d. For that reason, mth term from the end will become your last term plus m minus 1 into minus d. Understood? Yes. So nth term from the end. Okay. Now moving to the next. Nth term from the end is n minus 1. I mean n minus m plus 1. One term, or n minus of n minus 1 term from the beginning. It means For example, if you observe here, 9 is in the fifth position, right? 9 is in the fifth position. That is your fifth term. If I need to find the third term, okay, if I need to find the third term from your end, what will happen? The complete. See, for this I will give you an example. Say 1 3 5 7 9. So 9 is in your fifth position, right? Now how many numbers you are having? Number of terms. Here, number of terms I am having as the 5. Understood? Now I need to find the third term from the end. It means, so number of terms I am taking n, and I need to find the third term. So what is the m value will become? M value will become 3. So from the beginning, okay, from the beginning, what is its position will become? Yes, check. If you are getting confused because of 5, then you can take 6 also. So here I am taking 11. So here I am having my total number 6. Okay. From the last I need to find my third one. Clear? So third one means it will become from the last 7. So how we will get that value? With the help of your n means. It is given by n minus m plus 1. It means what is your n value? 6. Right? 6 minus 3 plus 1. It means what? Fourth one. So fourth one from the beginning will become the third one from the ending. Understood? If you are not getting the first formula, how we got L plus of m minus, L minus of m minus 1 into d means, here you can take that from the starting only. Like for suppose if you don't know the last term, when we will use the second one means, if you know, if you don't know the last term, then you can use the second one. Okay, so how we will use the second formula means, n minus m plus 1th term from the beginning means, for suppose if I am having the number of terms as the 6, and I need to find the term which is in the third position from the last, okay, from the ending, then how we will find means, it will be in the position of n minus m plus 1. Okay, simply it will be in the position of n minus m plus 1 position from your beginning. Okay, and if you know the last term, then you can use the first formula, that is your last term plus of, last term plus or minus whatever you can take, plus of m minus 1 into minus d. Okay, and if you are getting confused because of minus d, then you can take L minus of m minus 1 into d. Okay, you can use two different formulas. It's your up to your wish. Now, so what is the last term from your end? Simply we can summarize this. So the last term from your end will be given by L plus of m minus 1 into minus d. Okay, and if you are finding difficult to remember with your minus d, then you can remember as L minus of m minus 1 into d. These two formulas will give you the last term, like a m term from the end. Okay, if you know the last term, but if you don't know the last term, then how can we find from the beginning means, you need to find the number of terms, and from the number of terms you need to subtract the position, like we need to subtract the position of the term that required for us, and you need to add. Okay, this is the position of your required term from your beginning. Clear? So this we can use when we know the last term, and if we don't know the last term, then we can go for the n minus 1 m plus 1th term from your beginning. Okay. Yes. Now moving to the next, term selection of an AP. It means what? If they gave you the first term, and if they if they are giving you that common difference, then how can we form an AP means, we are going to take a minus d comma a plus d if we need the three terms. Why I am taking minus d and plus d means, sometimes we will be going through finding the a values and finding the sum values. If you are keep on going like a plus d, and a plus 2d and a plus 3d and so on. If you are keeping on going like that, it will make the calculation somehow complicated. So for that reason, we are going to take the negative also. So what will happen? These minus d and plus d will cancel, and it will be easy for you to find the required values. Okay, for that reason we are going to consider, if we need to consider the three terms of our AP, then we are going to consider them as a minus d, a and a plus d for our calculations. Okay, and if we need to do it for our four terms, then we are going to take a minus 3d, a minus d and a plus d and a plus 3d. Now what is the common difference will become? 2d. Okay. Yes. Moving to the next for the 5 terms and for the 6 terms. Clear? Yes. Now can we go for the next? So why can't we take, see, why we will be taking the, okay, I understood. Why can't we take the a plus 2d and a minus 2d? You can take if you need the next terms. Okay. With the common difference d, if you observe, we are going to consider the, like we are going to consider the terms as our a minus d, a and a plus d. And with the difference of d, with the 5 terms, we are going to consider a minus 2d, a minus d, a plus d and a plus 2d. Okay. As you want the 5 terms. Understood? So here how can we differentiate these means? Based on the number of terms. As I want the 3 terms, so I am taking the first term and I am going to take my adding plus d and subtracting d. Okay, and coming to your 4 terms, I am skipping my middle term. Okay, middle term in the sense I am skipping the first term and I am taking a minus d, a plus d, a plus 3d and a minus 3d, and with the common difference of 2d. Okay, so this will help you in order to find the common difference or the like first term if the calculation is needed. Here, moving to the next, sum of n terms of an AP. For an AP, what is this sum of n terms means? For example, consider our basic one, 1 3 5 7 9 and so on. This is infinite AP, and I need to find the sum of first 10 terms, or I need to find sum of first 15 terms. How we will find? Using the formula Sn. Okay, Sn means Sn will represent sum of n terms of an AP. It means what is the S15 will represent then? Yes, what is the S15 will represent then? Coming to here, S15 will represent sum of first 15 terms of an AP. Okay, so sum of first 15 terms of an AP. Clear? Now how to find the formula for these means? Now look at here. So A plus D, A plus 2D, A plus 3D and so on. Last we are having AN term. This is my AN term, which is given by A plus of n minus 1 into D. Right? And this is my first term A1, A2 and so on. This is my AN minus 1. Clear? Now, I am taking an AP with A plus D and so on, A plus of n minus 1 into D and A plus of n minus 2 into D. Okay? Now, coming to here, what I am doing? I am just taking the reverse of my AP as A plus of n minus 1 into D and A plus of n minus 2 into D and so on. A plus D and A. Now what we will do? Just add the first term and the last term. Okay, first term of your first AP and first term of your reverse of an AP. So what will happen? A plus A, 2A. 2A plus of n minus 1 into D. Next, A plus D plus A plus of n minus 2 into D. If you simplify this, okay, if you simplify this, A plus D plus A, now n into D, nd minus 2D, right? Now plus D minus 2D, what will happen? N minus 1 into D, right? A plus A will become 2A plus. So here also we will be getting 2A plus of n minus 1 into D. Okay, now I am adding the n terms of my AP. So here what I am getting Sn. Okay, for these Sn, I am adding once again, taking the reverse of an AP and adding all the terms. So this will also will give you the once again Sn. Clear? Now, on adding these terms, I am getting 2a plus of n minus 1 into d for all the values. Like that, how many values I am getting? N values. So n into 2a plus of n minus 1 into d. Now what will happen? Sn plus Sn, 2Sn, right? 2Sn equals to n into 2a plus of n minus 1 into d, right? Now 2 is on this side, crossing equals to will become n by 2. Finally, Sn will become Sn equals to n by 2 into 2a plus of n minus 1 into d. Okay, now let's see the another magic here. Now I am splitting this as n by 2 into, I am writing my 2a as a plus of n minus 1 into d. So what is this? A plus of n minus 1 into d, that is nothing but your nth term, right? So which is of your an. So we got our Sn, that is sum of first n terms, as n by 2 into a plus an. If the AP is having n terms, then what is this an will become? Last term. So we can take our Sn equals to n by 2 into a plus l. Okay, so those two are nothing but your extension of the sum of n terms. Clear? Yes. Simply, now we can say that Sn formula is given by n by 2 into, okay, n by 2 into 2a plus of n minus 1 into d. If you know the n value, a value and d value, okay, if they gave the nth term, okay, if they gave the nth term to you and asking to find the Sn, then you can go for Sn equals to n by 2 into a plus an. Okay, and if that AP is having n terms, then an will become your L, so Sn will become your n by 2 into a plus L. Okay, clear about this sum of n terms? Nice. How we got the second Sn? See, second Sn we are getting by adding the terms of the AP. Okay, as I told you that, what is this? This is nothing but your reverse of an AP, right? Reverse of an AP. Clear? Reverse of your AP will give you the second Sn. Clear everyone? Nice. Let's see the next. Moving to the next, arithmetic mean. So what is the arithmetic mean? So how can we find the arithmetic mean? Yes. So arithmetic mean is nothing but we are having a value that is between the given two values. Okay. So how we can find that arithmetic mean means, if I need to find the arithmetic mean between A and B, it is given by capital A equals to A plus B by 2. If it was more than 2, how we will find? We are going to take the sum of that terms divided by number of terms. Okay. Now arithmetic mean of n positive numbers, that is your a1 comma a2 comma and so on, an will be given by your sum of those terms by n. Okay, so simple concept. Arithmetic mean, as we know, we are studying from grade 8, right? If you take this value, you can find that it lies between your a1 and an. Okay, yes. Moving to the next. Applications of an an. What is this applications of an an means? We are having different types of numbers, like your natural numbers and whole numbers and your integers and all. But using the AP concept, we can find simple values like sum of first n positive integers. It means what? Your natural numbers, right? We don't know what will be the n value. Like if you need to find the sum of first 5 natural numbers, that is your 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5. So first 5 natural numbers are nothing but your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? Yes. So what are your first 5 natural numbers? That is your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5. Clear? So what will be the sum? So coming to here, sum means we will do addition very easily. So 1 plus 2, 3, 3 plus 3, 6, 6 plus 4, 10, 10 plus 5, 15. Now, what if we are talking about the sum of 20 natural numbers? That too, first 20 natural numbers. How we will find? So we can apply the concept of our arithmetic arithmetic progression here. Okay. Why? Because natural number starts from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and so on. This will become an AP. Now what is the first term? A equals to 1 and common difference D equals to 2 minus 1, which is of your 1. Right? Now what is the SN formula? Sum of first 20 numbers, first 20 natural numbers I need. So what is your N formula? N value will become 20. Now place that. So Sn will be given by N by 2, that is your 20 by 2 into, what is your A value? Formula is Sn equals to N by 2 into 2A plus of N minus 1 into D. Clear? Now Sn equals to 20 by 2 into 2 into 1 plus of 20 minus 1 into D value is 1. Okay. Now 20 by 2 into, so that is your 2 into 1, 2 plus 20 minus 1, 19. Right. So this is your 10. Clear? So we need to do that much calculation if we are using the SN formula. But simply we can do with the help of the formula Sn equals to N into N plus 1 by 2. Okay. So how we will find means, how we will be getting this formula means, if I need to find 20 natural numbers, I need to take simply N equals to 20 and place it here and you will be getting the value simple. Understood? Understood everyone? So now what is the value here? That will become your 10 into 21. That is nothing but your 210. Right? Now put the N value as the 20 here. So 20 into 20 plus 1 by 2. So now 2 will cancel 20 for 10 times. So 10 into 21, which is nothing but your 210. Right? So now tell me which is the easier for us. That is the second one, right? For that reason, using the concept of arithmetic progression, we are having the sum of first n positive natural numbers as our n into n plus 1 by 2. Okay. And similarly for sum of first n natural numbers squares, it means what? If you are taking 1 square, 2 square, 3 square, 4 square and so on, like that, if you are taking the squares of your natural numbers and if you are finding the sum of first, okay, sum of squares of first n natural numbers, it is given by Sn equals to n into n plus 1 into 2n plus 1 by 6. Okay. Yes. Any doubt? Have we got the value of n into n plus 1 by 2? Fine. I will tell you. Take the A value and D value. Sn is given by n by 2 into 2a plus of n minus 1 into D. Right? This is our Sn formula. Now, here I am having A value 1 and D value 1. Put that here. So, n by 2 into 2 plus of, I don't know n value, so n minus 1 into 2. Okay. Now, n by 2 into 2 plus 2n, okay, minus 2. Clear? 2 plus minus 2 by 2. Now, n by 2 into plus 2 minus 2 cancel. So, we will be getting 2n. Right? So, now how can we get the formula of Sn as the n into n plus 1 by 2 means, first of all, we are going to take our A and D values and put that in your standard form. Okay, put that in your standard formula. then we will be getting our required Sn values. So by placing that values, we will be getting our sum of the first n natural numbers. Clear? Yes. So now 2a means 2 into 1, right? So 2 into 1 plus n minus 1 into, so here it will become, actually d is 1 here, okay, actually d is 1, so it will become your n minus 1. Now what about the 2 minus 1? 2 minus 1 will give you, so plus 1, so n plus 1. Now finally we got Sn as the n into n plus 1 by 2 for your natural numbers. Okay, we don't know what is the n can be any value. So how we got that formula means, keep a equals to 1 and d equals to 1 in your Sn formula. Okay, why a equals to 1 and d equals to 1? Because our natural number starts from 1 2 3 4 and so on, right? Now let's go for the next. Moving to the next, let's take 2 more minutes break so that we will continue with problem solving. Okay, yes, we will be back after the 2 minutes. Yes, so we will be back. We are back after the 2 minutes break, and let's start solving our problems on arithmetic progression. So, coming to the first one, if 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus and so on 50 equals to 25k, then k equals to. So, if you are trying to take the sum of first n natural numbers, then it will be easy for you. But if you are taking the sum of n terms of an AP, then it will be little bit difficult. So here I am using the sum of first n natural numbers only. Here I am having 1 to 50 are my natural numbers. So how many numbers I am having? N value will become your 50, right? So n value will become your 50. Here, so n equals to 50. Now put that in the formula. So what is the sum of first n natural numbers? It is given by n into n plus 1 by 2. So 50 into 50 plus 1 by 2. Now 2 will cancel 50 for 25 times. So 25 into 51. Now they given that this sum equals to 25k. It means what? Our 25 into k is equals to 25 into 51. Now what is the k value? 51. Understood? Simple, right? We know the formula Sn equals to n into n plus 1 by 2 for our first n natural numbers. Now take your n value as the 50 because here they are taking the sum of first 50 natural numbers. Okay. Now put n equals to 50 and simplify so that we will be getting k value as the 51. Right? Now, moving to the next, the value of x for which 2x, x plus 10 and 3x plus 2 are the three consecutive terms of an AP. Consecutive terms. What is meant by consecutive terms? Yes, continuous, right? So, which is nothing but we are having one after other. Consecutive term means one after other. It means we are going to start with 2x, x plus 10 and 3x plus 2. Yeah, this is the order of the terms of that AP. Now they are asking us to find the x value. How we will find? We will be getting common difference by taking x plus 10. Common difference is given by x plus 10 minus 2x, and same common difference will be given by last two terms as 3x plus 2 minus of x plus 10. Right? This is my first term and this is my second term and this is my third term. Okay. Now common difference will be given by a2 minus a1. So we got the first condition, and it is also given by a3 minus a2. So we got the second condition. Now simplify them. So we can take x plus 10 minus 2x is equals to 3x plus 2 minus of x plus 10. Clear? Now, x minus 2x, that will become 10 minus x. Now 3x plus 2 minus x minus 10. 3x minus x, 2x. Now 2 minus 10 minus 8 and 10 minus x. Now take minus x to other side, so that will become your 2x plus x, and minus 8 to other side, so it will become 10 plus 8. Right? Now x plus 2x, 3x equals to 18, and 3 will cancel 18 for 6 times. So we got x value as the 6, which is nothing but our option A. Clear? So for that reason, we need to take the common difference as the difference between, like we need to subtract the previous term from our term. Okay, whatever the term you are considering. Understood? So don't take the common difference formula as the only a2 minus a1. You will be getting the common difference by taking a3 minus a2 also. Okay, from the term you need to subtract the previous term, so you will be getting the common difference. Now moving to the next. The next term of the AP, root 5, root 20, root 45 is. So we need to find the next term. So how many terms we are having? 1, 2, 3. It means what? We need to find the fourth term. Okay. So we need to find the fourth term. So what is the n value will become 4. Clear? So we will be having the n value as 4. Now apply the formula of an. That is your a plus of n minus 1 into d. Okay, what is your a value? A value is root 5. And what is your d value? So d value is given by root 20 minus root 5. So now we will be having a doubt how to simplify this root 20 minus root 5. So how we will simplify? Just break this 20. So I am breaking it as 4 into 5 minus root 5. Now root 4 value 2. So root 5 will be root 5. Now 2 root 5 minus root 5 will give you root 5. Okay. So difference we got as the root 5 and a value is the root 5. So how we will be getting the next term? How we will be getting the next term for these? For these number you need to add. So here I will tell you, this is my a and this is my a plus d and this is my a plus 2d. So what is the next term will become? So next term will become your a4, which is of a plus 3d. So a is your root 5 plus 3 into root 5. So now root 5 plus 3 root 5, which is nothing but your 4 root 5. Right? So the next term will become your 4 root 5. Now moving to the next. The 20th term of the AP, minus 4 minus 7 minus 10 minus 13 is. So here they gave the AP for us and they are asking us to find the 20th term. So coming to here, what is the first term? A is your minus 4. Then find the common difference. Minus 7 minus of minus 4. That is minus 7 plus 4, which is of minus 3. Okay. And they are asking us to find the 20th term. Now apply your nth term formula. An equals to a plus of n minus 1 into d. So a is your minus 4 plus n means nothing but your 20th, means n will become 20. So 20 minus 1 into difference is your minus 3. Okay. Now minus 4 plus 19 into minus 3. Multiply these 19 threes are how much? So minus 4. So plus into minus minus. Clear? Any doubt? So coming to here, it will become your 57. Now minus 4 minus 57 minus 61. Simple. That is your addition of integers. Now moving to the next. If the first term of an AP is A and its common difference is B, then its 10th term is, they are asking us to find the 10th term. How we will find? So given A. So if you are getting confused with small a, I will take capital A is my first term, which is given by small a, and common difference capital D they gave as the B. Now an will become, so what is the an will become? So an equals to a plus of n minus 1 into d. That is your capital D, right? So this is your capital D. Now nth means, n term means they are asking us to find the 10th term. So n value will become 10. So now a value is the a plus of 10 minus 1 into b. So which is nothing but a plus 9b. Right? So now what is the correct option? That is our option C. Clear? So simple. Finding the nth term and sum of n terms will be very simple. Moving to the next. The fifth term from the end of an AP is. So here comes the question. We need to find the fifth term from the end. So what we will do? So coming to here, just take the reverse. It means if you are getting confused with the formula, okay. But coming to here, they gave you an AP which is of your minus 11, minus 8, minus 5 and so on 55, right? They are asking us to find the fifth term from the end. It means our m value will become 5. What is the formula? Here I know the last term. Okay, I am telling you here I know the last term. So I can find am by using last term L. Okay, last term L minus of m minus 1 into d. Okay, understood everyone? From the starting means it will become a plus of m minus 1 into d. Okay, mth term from the beginning. M from beginning will become a plus m minus 1 into d. Now, mth term from the end will become last term minus of m minus 1 into d. If you know the last term. Here, what is the last term? That is your 55 minus of. What is the m value here? 5. So, 5 minus 1 into. What is the common difference? Find the common difference. Minus 8 minus of minus 11. Common difference is. So, minus 8 plus 11. So, which is nothing but your plus 4. Oh no, it is 3. Okay, minus 8 plus 11, which is of your 3. Right? So, 5 minus 1 into 3. Now, 55 minus of 4 into 3. Clear? So, now 55 minus 12. How much? Yes, 43. Okay, understood. How to find the nth term from your end. So, same like your from the beginning, it will be your a plus of m minus 1 into d. And from the end means, if you know the last term, then it will become your L minus of m minus 1 into d. Okay, yes. Moving to the next, if the sum of the first n terms of an AP is given by 2n square plus 5n, then its common difference is. They gave the value of your Sn. What is the Sn they gave? That is your 2n square plus 5n. Right? Now, I have a doubt for you. 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4. How much you will be getting? 10. Right? Now, what if I am giving you the sum as the 10. Okay, I am giving you the sum as the 10 and sum of these three terms as the 6. So can we find the fourth term? How we will find? We will be getting it by 10 minus 6 equals to 4. Understood? So now I am saying that sum of first three terms equals to 6 and sum of first four terms equals to 10. So how can we find the fourth term? Like one of the term. How can we find that one of the term? That is nothing but a will be given by 10 minus 6, which is nothing but your 4. Understood? Apply the same concept here also. Okay. Sn will be given by an square plus 5n. It means what? Sum of your first n terms. Okay, here I am having an. But before the an, I am having an minus 1. Right? This is my AP. Now, the sum of these first n terms of an AP is given by 2n square plus 5n. Now, how can I find my an? So, an will be given by from this complete sum. If I subtract my sum of an minus 1, I will be getting the an, right? From this complete sum, okay, if I am subtracting my sum of an minus 1, then I will be getting the an. Okay, So now what we can say, an is given by, from the sum of n terms, we are going to subtract sum of n minus 1 term. Clear? Now, place that values in your given equation. Sn is given by 2n square plus 5n. And what about your Sn minus 1? So Sn minus 1 will become, keep your n minus 1 in the place of n, that is your minus of 2 into n minus 1 whole square plus 5 into n minus 1. Clear about this, everyone? Clear about this? Any doubt for anyone? If you are having any doubts, just raise your doubts now. Understood? Nice. Now look at here. Coming to here, it will become 2n square plus 5n, okay, minus of 2 into. So what about n minus 1 whole square? N square plus 1 minus 2n, okay, plus 5n minus 5. Clear? Now simplify this so that you will be getting the an. Okay. After getting the an, what we will do? Let's see. Coming to here, 2n square plus 5n, okay, minus 2 into n square, 2n square plus 2 minus 4n plus 5n minus 5. Okay. If you simplify this once again, 2n square plus 5n minus 2n square plus 2 minus 5 will give you minus 3. Minus 4 plus 5. What is the value? Plus n. Okay. Now, minus into plus n, minus n. And minus into minus 3, plus 3. Clear? Now, 2n square cancel. So, what we got? 4n plus 3. Okay, 4n plus 3. It means 5n minus n, 4n plus 3. We got the an value as the 4n plus 3. What about an? I got as 4n plus 3. So how we will find a1? Place 1 in the place of n. Okay, just replace your n with 1. So that becomes your 4 into 1 plus 3, which is nothing but 4 ones are 4 plus 3, which is of your 7. Next, what about a2? A2 will be given by 4 into 2 plus 3. 4 8s are 3. Oh, sorry. 4 8s are, 4 2s are 8. So 8 plus 3 will become 11. Right? So we got the first term as the 7 and second term as your 11. So now can we find the common difference? Right, we can find. So how we will find the common difference? Common difference is given by a2 minus a1, which is of your 11 minus 7, which is equals to 4. Simple. Now understood why we are finding the an? Yes. Why we need to find the an if they are asking about the common difference? See, the complete problem is for that only. First of all, we will be taking the Sn. Whatever the Sn value they given, we are taking. And from the Sn, we are going to subtract the Sn minus 1. So that you will be getting the An, right? Now, in the place of n, if you keep 1, you will be getting the A1 value. And in the place of n, if you keep 2, then you will be getting the A2 value. If you know the A1 value and A2 value, it will be easy for us to find the common difference. For that reason, we are finding the An value. Okay. So, I understood that why we are finding the An means. Clear about this? Okay. In order to get our consecutive two terms of your AP, for that reason, we are finding the An value first. Okay. Yes. Nice. Let's see the next. Moving to the next, which term of the AP 7, 10, 13 is 52? So here already they gave the term value, but they are asking about the position. So how can we find? We don't know that n value, right? So here they give 7, 10, 13 and so on. Now what is your A value? 7. And what about the D value? 10. Now, A value is 7 and A2 value is 10. Now, what about the common difference? 10 minus 7, which is of your 3. Clear? Understood, everyone? So, from your arithmetic progression, first of all, try to get your A value and D value. Where A value is your first term, which is your 7. and d value will be given by taking the difference between the consecutive terms. Okay, two consecutive terms. So now d value will be given by 3. Fine. Now here they gave that nth term value they gave. So we are going to equate our an to the 52. Right. Now what is the formula to find the an? That is your a plus of n minus 1 into d, which is equals to your 52. Now what is the a value? 7. Okay, 7 plus of n value I don't know. So n minus 1 into what is the d? 3, which is equals to your 52. Right. Now simplify this. N minus 1 into 3 equals to 52 plus 7 crossing equals to minus 7. Now n minus 1 into 3 equals to 52 minus 7, 45. Now 3 will cancel 45 for 15 times. Now n minus 1 equals to 15 and n equals to 15 plus 1, which is of your 16th term. Okay. Now 52 is in the place of 16 for the given AP. Clear everyone? Any doubt for anyone? Yes. Nice. Let's see the next. If the 23rd term of an AP exceed its 16th term by 21, then the common difference is. Here they gave the relation between the two terms of the AP and they are asking us to find the common difference. Let's see how to solve this. 23rd term. 23rd term will be represented by A23, which is equals to exceeds its 16th term. 16th term means A16 by how much? 21. Okay, exceeds means it is more. Now, what will be the common difference that we need to find? Use the AN formula here. So, what we will be getting? A plus of 23, N will become 23 here. So, 23 minus 1 into D is equals to, what about the A16? A plus of N equals to 16 here. So, 16 minus 1 into D plus 21. Okay, now simplify this. A on both sides will get cancelled. Now 23 minus 1 into D, 22D, which is equals to 16 minus 1 into D, 15D plus 21. Now let's bring your 15D to the other side. So 22D minus 15D equals to 21. Now 22 minus 15 how much? 7D. 7D equals to 21, D equals to 3. Simple. Right. Now, so any doubt in this question for anyone? Why we are taking the same D for both the values? See here, both the values are from the same AP. Understood? Try to understand this. Both the values, that is your 23rd term and your 16th term, both the terms are from your same AP. For that reason, the common difference is also same. So for that, I am taking the D here. Okay, understood. Why I am taking the same D means these two terms are from my same AP. So they will be having the same common difference. Right. Next, the AP 8, 10, 12 has 60 terms. Now find the sum of last 10 terms. So how can we find the sum of last 10 terms? Yes. Any doubt? Any idea from anyone? So, ma'am told the sum of first n terms, but how can we find the sum of last n terms? Like if they are asking the sum of last n terms means. Yes. Now look at here. Coming to here, okay, coming to here, 8, 10, 12, and so on. Okay, now I will tell you this. If you find the AP, okay, if you find the AP, in order to do any calculation, first of all, you need to write the A and D, right? So let's take the first term A, that is your 8, and D is given by 10 minus 8, which is of your 2, right? I have taken the A and D. Now, how many terms it is having? 60 terms. Then what is your n value will become 60. Clear? What is your n value will become 60. Now, 1 to 60. Okay, 1 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40, 40 to 50, and 50 to 60. Right? Now they are asking us to find the last 10 terms sum. It means what? We need to find the sum of these last 10 terms. Okay, last 10 terms means that will be another AP which is starting from 51 term to 60th term. Okay, 51 term to 60th term. Okay, now what is the formula to find the sum? Sn equals to n by 2 into a plus l. I am using. Why I am using a plus l, you will understand now. For these AP, I know the A and D values. Okay, I know the A and D values. Now, can I find my 51 term and 60th term? Yes, we can find. That is, A51 will be given by A plus of 51 minus 1 into D. That is nothing but 8 plus 50 into D is your 2. So what is the value? 8 plus 52s are 100. So which is nothing but your 108. Right? So we got the 51 term as your 108. What about the 60th term? So how we will find the 60th term? A60 will be given by A plus of 60 minus 1 into D. Right? Now, what about the A value? 8 plus 60 minus 1 will give you 59 into 2. Right? Now, 59 into 2 will become 8 plus of. Yes, 59 into 2, 118. So now 8 plus 118 will give you 126. Okay. So now I need to find the sum of these 51 to 60. This will form an AP, right? We need to find the sum of these AP where I know my 51 term as the 108. Clear? And I know the 60th term as my 126. So now, can we find the sum? It is very easy. Where Sn equals to, how many numbers we are having here from 51 to 60? That is 10. 10 by 2 into A value is your 108 plus 126. Right? Now 2 will cancel 10 for 5 times. Now 108 plus 126, how much? Do it. So here it will become your 5 into 234. Right. Now just multiply that, you will be getting the required value. So which is of 5 4s are 20, 0 here, 2 will be the carry, and 5 3s are 15 plus 2, 17 and 11. Okay. So we got the sum of last n terms as our 1170. So any doubts or anyone missing the logic, you can give in the chat box so that I will clear your doubts. Okay. Yes. Any doubt? No? Fine. Now look at here. Okay. So where you are asking? 51. Why we are taking n value as... Okay, I understood. Why you are asking why we are taking n value as the 10. So why we are taking n value as the 10? Because I am finding the sum of 51 to 60. Okay. In order to 51 to 60 means how many terms it is having? Only 10 terms. For that reason, n value will become your 10. Okay. So why I am taking n value as the 10 means I am taking the sum of terms from your 51 to 60. 51 to 60 is having 10 terms. So for that reason, I am taking n value as the 10. Nice doubt. Okay. Now let's move to the next. Find the middle term of AP 6, 13, 20, and so on to 30. Okay. In order to find the middle term, first of all, we need to know how many terms it is having. Then only we can decide what will be the position of your middle term. Right? So now let's solve this. Coming to here, they gave the AP as 6, 13, 20, and so on to 30. Okay. Now what is the A value? A value is 6 and common difference will become 13 minus 6, which is of your 7. And they gave the last term. That means they gave the AN equals to 230. And from these, we can find the N value, right? Why we need the N value? Because we need to find how many terms we are having. Then only we can identify which is the middle value. Clear? Now, coming to here, we are having an equals to 230. What is the an formula? A plus of n minus 1 into d, which is equals to your 230. Now, a value is the 6 and n minus 1, keep it like that. D value is the 7 equals to 230. Okay. Now, n minus 1 into 7 equals to 230, right? 230 minus 6, which is of your 224, and n minus 1 into 7. Now 7 will cancel 224. 7 3s are 21 and 14 32. So n minus 1 equals to 32, n equals to 33. It means what? N value is the 33 means 230 is in the 33rd position. Okay, 230 is in the 33rd position. Now how many terms we are having? 33 terms. Now let's find the middle term. What will be the middle term? So middle term means we are going to take, so 16, right? 33 divided by 2 means 16 will become 16 plus 1 plus 16, right? It means what? 16 terms, 1 term and 16 terms. Now what is the middle value will become? That is nothing but your 17th. Understood? 16 terms and 17th term, and from 18 to 33. Clear everyone? Understood everyone? So how we will find the middle term means, first of all we will find the number of terms and from there we are going to find the position of our middle term. Now use the an formula to find the value of middle term. Okay, so we know that n equals to 17 here. For that we are going to take an equals to, a value is 6 plus of n minus 1, 17 minus 1 into d is 7. Now 6 plus of 17 minus 1, 16 into 7. Now just do the calculation and you will be getting the required, middle value. Okay, that's simple calculation. 16 into 7, how much? Yes, 112, right? So now 6 plus, so where? How we can know that n equals to 17? See, that's what I am saying. For suppose I am having 1 to 33 numbers. Okay, now how can we find the middle value? That means your middle term 1 to 16 will be your half, and 17 will be the next number, and next from 18 to 33 will be your next half, right? So what will be the middle value? Middle value will become 17. For that reason we are taking the n equals to 17. Okay, understood now? Yes, clear, fine. Now, so here we will be getting the 112, so we will be getting 118. Simple, right? Now let's do the next. Coming to the next, the sum of first n terms of an AP is 5n square minus n. Find the nth term of the AP. So do you remember that we have done this type of problem in our MCQs? But there they are asking the common difference and here they are asking about us to find the nth term. Okay, so I hope you can do this question, right? Fine. Now, how we will find the nth term? I will help you. They gave that Sn equals to 5n square minus n. Now, nth term will be given by, from the Sn, you need to subtract the sum of n minus 1 terms. So, Sn will become 5n square minus n minus of Sn minus 1 means in the place of n, you need to take n minus 1. So, 5 into n minus 1 square minus of n minus 1. Clear? Now 5n square minus n minus of 5 into n minus 1 whole square, n square plus 1 minus 2n minus n, minus multiplying, minus n, minus into minus plus 1. Clear? Now 5n square minus n minus of 5n square minus, like minus into 5 into minus 2n minus 10n. 5 into 1 will be the plus 5 minus n plus 1. Okay. Now 5n square minus n minus of 5n square minus 11n. So plus 5 plus 1 plus 6. If you simplify this, you will be getting the required an value. Okay. Next, the sum of the third and seventh terms of an AP is 40. Now let's break this question. Sum of third and seventh term of an AP. It means what? From the same AP you are taking the third term and seventh term. So it will become your A3 plus A7 equals to 40, and the sum of 6th and 14th term is 70. A6 plus A14 equals to 70. Find the sum of first terms of the, first 10 terms of the AP. So now they are asking us to find the S10. S10 formula will become 10 by 2 into 2A plus of 10 minus 1 into D. For this, we need to find the A and D values. So let's see how can we find the A and D values. So can I write my first equation as A plus 2D plus A plus 6D equals to 40. Okay, now A plus A, 2A plus 8D equals to 40. If you simplify this once again, taking 2 common, A plus 4D equals to 20. This is my equation 1. And next, coming to your second equation, A6 will be given by A plus 5D and A14, right? A14 will be given by A plus 13, right? A plus 13D. How we got A plus 13? A14 is nothing but A plus of n minus 1, that is 14 minus 1 into D. So we got A plus 13D. Okay, for that reason I am taking A plus 13D is equals to 70. Okay, simplify it, 2A and 5 plus 13, 18. D equals to 70. If you simplify once again, A plus 9D equals to 35. This is your second equation. Now solve equation 1 and 2. So how can we solve them? Using your pair of linear equations. But here the two variables are A and D. Okay. So coming to here, I will do it here only. Check here. A plus 4D equals to 20 and A plus 9D equals to 35. Okay. A plus 9D equals to 35. Now look at here. I am doing the subtraction. Minus, minus and minus. So 9 minus 4, 5D equals to 35 minus 20, 15. 5 will cancel 15 for 3 times. So we got D value as the 3. Put D equals to 3 in any of the equation to get your A value. Put D equals to 3 in first equation. So A plus 4 into 3 is equals to 20. Okay, understood. Clear? Now A plus 4 into 3, 12. So A plus 12 equals to 20. Now A equals to 20 minus 12 will give you 8. Okay, so we got the A value and D value. Now find the sum of first 10 terms. That will become 2 will cancel 10 for 5 times. Now 5 into 2A will become 2 into 8 plus 9 into D value is the 3. Now 5 into 2 8s are 16 plus 9 3s are 27. Now 5 into 16 plus 27. If you add them, what you will be getting? 40? Yes. What is the answer? 30, 43. Right? Now just multiply them. 5 into 43. So 5 3s are 15 and 20, 21. 215. Okay. Sum of 10 terms will become, sum of first 10 terms will become your 215. Okay. In a class, the teacher asked every student to write an example of AP, and the two students named Aryan and Roshan has written the two APs here. And now they are asking us to solve some of the questions based on that AP. Fine. Now let's see what is the Aryan wrote. So coming to the AP written by Aryan is minus 5, minus 2, 1, 4 and so on. So here A value will become, that is your first term is minus 5 and difference D is minus 2 minus of minus 5. So minus 2 plus 5 will give you plus 3, right? And coming to the Roshan, AP is given as 187, 184 and 181 and so on. So here first term is the 187 and your difference is your 184 minus 187, which is nothing but your minus 3. Clear? Now they are asking us to find the sum of common difference between the two APs. So sum will be equals to your common difference of Aryan plus common difference of Roshan. So that is 3 plus of minus 3. So 3 minus 3 will give you 0. So we got the sum of common differences as 0. Now moving to the next. Find the 34th term of progression written by Roshan. So we need to write the 34th term from the Roshan progression. Okay. I mean Roshan AP. So here A is nothing but 187 and D is your minus 3. So how we know A and D? That we have already found in our previous slide, right? So now A 34, N value they gave as the 34. Now A 34 equals to A plus, that means your 187 plus of N minus 1, 34 minus 1 into minus 3. Okay, A plus of N minus 1 into D, AN value. Now 187 plus 34 is 33 into minus 3. Okay, so now 187, right, minus 99. So which is nothing but your 88. Now moving to the next. Find the sum of first 10 terms of the progression written by Aryan. So coming to the Aryan, first term A equals to minus 5 and D equals to plus 3, right? So now coming to here, sum of first 10 terms, that is N equals to 10. So S10 equals to, Sn equals to N by 2 into 2A plus of N minus 1 into D, right? So 10 by 2 into 2 into A is minus 5 plus of 10 minus 1 into D value is 3. Okay, so now 2 will cancel 10 for 5 times. Now 2 into minus 5 minus 10 plus 9 into 3. So here it will become your 5 into minus 10 plus 27. So here it is 5 into 17, which is of your 85. Understood? Yes. So we got the sum of first 10 terms of the progression, I mean AP by Aryan as the 85. Moving to the next, which term of the progressions will have the same value? It means what? You will be having the AN value of Aryan equals to AN value of Roshan, and you need to find that N value. Okay. Now for Aryan, A value equals to minus 5 and D equals to 3. And for Roshan, A value equals to 187 and D value equals to minus 3. Now we are having, okay, AN of Aryan equals to AN of Roshan. So now A1 plus of N minus 1 into D1 equals to A2 plus of N minus 1 into D2. Now A1 means minus 5 plus of N minus 1 into 3 equals to 187 plus of N minus 1 into minus 3. Okay. Now simplify this. Minus 5 plus 3n minus 3 equals to 187 minus 3n plus 3. Okay. So just simplify this. N into minus 3 minus 3n. So plus into minus 3n only. And next minus 1 into minus 3 plus 3. Plus 3 into plus 3 only. Okay. Now 3n minus 8 equals to 187 plus 3. 190 minus 3n. Now 3n minus 3n will give you 6n. 6n equals to 190 plus 8. So 6n equals to 198. From this, what is the n value? 6 will cancel 198 for 6 3s are 18 and here also 3s are 18. N equals to 33. Okay, it means the 33 value, the value in the 33rd position of Aryan and Roshan will be the same. Okay. Now, moving to the second question, a long passenger train has 72 passengers in first coach and 68 in second and 64 in third and so on. Now, based on the above information, answer the following questions. First question is the number of passengers in the successive coaches form an AP. Then find the first term and the common difference. Coming to here, first one is 72, 68, 64, comma and so on. Now what is the first term? 72. And what is the common difference? Will be given by A2 minus A1, which is of your 68 minus 72, which is nothing but your minus 4. Clear? Now moving to the next. In which coach is the number of passengers is 56? We need to find the coach number in which we are having the 56 passengers. It means they gave the AN value and we need to find the N value. So here A equals to 72 and D equals to minus 4. Okay. And AN equals to 56. This is the information we are having. Now AN equals to 56. Take this and A plus of N minus 1 into D equals to 56. A value is 72 plus of N minus 1 into minus 4 equals to 56. Now take your 72 to other side. Now N minus 1 into minus 4 equals to 56 minus 72, which is of your minus 16, and here it is minus 4, N minus 1. Okay. Now minus 4 will cancel minus 16 for 4 times. So N minus 1 equals to 4 and N equals to 5. Simple. It means the fifth coach is having the 56 passengers. Moving to the next. How many passengers are there in total in the first 10 coaches? It means we need to find the total number of passengers. Total number of passengers means we need to do the sum. Okay. Sum of 10 terms of an AP. Now A value we know 72 and D value we know that is of minus 4. What is your N value? That is the 10. Right. Now Sn is given by N by 2 into 2A plus of N minus 1 into D. Right. Now N by 2 means 10 by 2, which is of your 2 into 72 plus 10 minus 1 into minus 4. Clear? So now simplify this. So 2 will cancel 10 for 5 times into 144 and minus 4 into 9. Right? So here 5 into 144 minus 36. 144 minus 36. 5 into 108. 5 8s are 40. 0 here 4 will be 0, 4, 5, 40. Clear? What is the sum of the passengers in your first 10 coaches? That is nothing but your 540. Now moving to the next. How many passengers are there in the 10th coach? So we need to find how many passengers are there in the 10th coach. It means what is the value you are having in the 10th position. That means your 10th term. Now A value is 72, D value is minus 4, N value is 10. Now what will be the AN? AN is A plus of N minus 1 into D. So A is the 72 plus of N minus 1. 10 minus 1 into minus 4. That is nothing but 72 plus of minus 9 into minus 4. So it is minus 9 or plus 9? Plus 9 only, because 10 minus 1. So now 72 minus 36, which is nothing but your 36. Clear? Yes. Now moving to the third one. In a charming village, there is a street called Maplewood Avenue where the houses are numbered from 1 to 49. A community group has decided to undertake a green renovation project aiming to install solar panels on the houses. Now they have a few questions before they begin that project and we need to help them to solve those questions. Okay, let's see what are those questions. Coming to the first one, how many houses are there on Maplewood Avenue? We need to find the number of houses. And here they numbered from 1, 2, 3 and so on till 49. So what is the number of houses? So number of houses is equals to 49. Right? Simple. Now moving to the next. The house numbers follow an arithmetic progression. What is the first term of the AP and the common difference? If that numbers are following an AP, they are asking us to find the what is the first term and the common difference. Now let's see. Coming to here, we are having the AP as 1, 2, 3 and so on 49. Now what is the first term? 1. And what is the common difference? 2 minus 1, which is of 1. 2 minus 1 means a2 minus a1. Okay, d equals to a2 minus a1, where a2 is your 2 and a1 is the 1. For that reason we got the common difference as 1. Okay, moving to the next. If the group wanted to calculate the sum of all house numbers from 1 to 49, how much would that be? It means what? We need to find the sum of that AP. Okay, so now A equals to 1, D equals to 1 and N equals to 49. How many houses are there? 49. And next, what is your L? L is the 49. Clear? So now find the Sn. Sn equals to n by 2 into A plus L. Right? So n means 49. Okay, 49 by 2 into 49 plus 1. That is your 1 is your A. Okay. Now 49 by 2 into 50. Cancel them 25. So 49 into 25. So just multiply them. 49 into 25. 5 nines are 45. 5 will be here. 4 will be the carry. 24 and 18 and 9. So here it will become 5, 12, 12. 1 to 2, 5. So what is the sum we got? 1 to 2, 5. Clear? Yes. Any doubt for anyone? No doubts? Nice. Coming to the next. What is the sum of house numbers from, numbered between 15 and 30? So now what is the part we need to take? Like what is the number of houses we need to take? We need to start from 15, 16, 17 and so on till 30. Okay. Now what is the A here? 15. And what is the difference here? 16 minus 15, which is of your 1. And what is your last term? So they are asking. So last term is the 30. But what is the number of houses? Number of houses will become 16. Why? Because 15 plus 15 will give you 30. But we need to consider the 15 also. So our number of houses will become 16. Okay. So now Sn equals to n by 2 into A plus L, where n is your, n is your 16 by 2 into A value is 15 and L value is 30. Clear? Now 2 will cancel 16 for 8 times. So 8 into 45, 4 5s are, 8 5s are 40, 0, 4 and 8 4s are 32, 36. Clear? So we are having 360. The sum of houses numbered between 15 and 30. Clear? Yes. Moving to the next. In the month of September, villagers of Ankad were falling ill with high temperature and paracetamol was one of the highest sold medicines during that phase. Now, a survey was conducted in order to estimate the overall sale of paracetamols of each pharmacy during the last 7 days. It was observed that the number of paracetamol sold in different shops were all 3-digit numbers. What is the 3-digit? 3-digit number starts from where? So 3-digit number starts from 100, right? Now, divisible by 13. So divisible by 13 means first 3-digit number that is divisible by 13 we are having as, what is it? That is your 104, right? So 104, which is nothing but your 13 8s are. Clear? So we will be having the first digit as your 104, next will become your 117 and so on. Like that, let's check for our last one. What will be the last number which is divisible by 13? So how we will check? Last 3-digit number is 999, right? If you divide that with 13, clear? Divide it with 13, 13 and 999. So now 13 sevens are 91. So here it is 8, 9. And what about 13 6s are 18 and 78. So here you will be getting 11. So what is the remainder we got? Remainder we got as the 11. So now from these 999, if you subtract 11, you will be getting 988, which is divisible by 13. Okay. So now here the last one is 988. Now clear about the AP? So in these type of situations, like where AP is not given, we need to identify the AP. Clear? But mostly try to get, if the divisibility rules like that, if you are having a chance to find the last term, try to get the last term, because if we are solving the sum, then it will be very helpful for us. Now first one is, how many paracetamols were sold by the 7th pharmacy? So we need to check for the 7th one. So let's start with our A. A is your 104, and what is your common difference? Anyhow 117 minus 104, that is your 13, right? Now they are asking us to find n equals to 7. Now what about the AN? So how many paracetamols were sold by 7th pharmacy means what is the value we are having for that 7th pharmacy. It means we need to find the AN value where n equals to 7. Okay. Now AN equals to A plus of n minus 1 into D. So A value is your 104 plus n minus 1, 7 minus 1 into 30. So 104 plus 6 into 30. Okay, 13 into 6 how much? Yes, 104 plus 78. Clear? Yes, any doubt? Now coming to here, it is your 104 plus 78, 182. Understood everyone? How we find the AP? Understood? So they told that the value is a 3-digit number. So 3-digit number starts from 100. But that 3-digit number should be divisible by 13. Our first 3-digit number divisible by 13 is your 104. Where 13 eights are how much? Yes. Fine. Next. Coming to the second one will become your 117. Now, how to find the last term? So, what is the last 3-digit number? That is your 919. Let's divide that with 13. So, what is the remainder we got? 11. So, now from the 999, if you are subtracting the 11, we will be getting a number which is divisible by 13. Okay. So, that will be the 3-digit number which is divisible by 13. That to highest. Okay, highest 3-digit number. Now coming to here, we got the AP, and from there we took the first one, first term as our 104, and common difference we are having as our 13, and they are asking us to find the number of paracetamol sold by 7th pharmacy. It means we need to find the value of 7th term. So here it will become your n equals to 7. So placing all those values, we will be getting the AN value as 182. Understood? Any doubt? Yes. Now moving to the next. What was the difference between the number of paracetamol sold by the 14th and the 19th? Number of difference they are asking. It means what? A14 minus A9, right? So coming to the difference is A14 minus A9. That is A plus 13D minus of A plus of 8D. So here A plus 13D minus A minus 8D. A cancel. So 13D minus 8D. So it will become your 5D. Right. Now what is the A? A value is your 104 and D value is your 13. So 5 into 13. So what it will become? 65. Clear? Yes. Now moving to the next. How many paracetamols were sold by the 9th pharmacy from the last? So here comes another interesting question. From the last you need to find the 9th. So now coming to here. They are asking from 9th. So what will be the formula? M equals to 9 they gave. So AN will be formed by last term minus of M minus 1 into D, right? Where D is your 13. And last term, what is the last term? 988. So now 988 minus of 9 minus 1 into 13. Okay, this is your complete value. Now 988 minus 13 into 8. Okay, now what is the 13 104? So now 988 minus 104. So what will be the answer? 8 minus 4, 4. 8 minus 0, 8. And 9 minus 1, 8. So it is nothing but your 884. Okay, moving to the next. What was the total number of for a paracetamol sold in that week? It means what? You need to count complete number. It means whatever the shops you are having, that all you need to count. It means you need to find the sum of the AP. Okay. Now sum of the AP will be given by A is 104 and D is 13. Okay. And your last term. What is the last term? Last term we are having as the 988. But here we need to get the N value. Why? Because in our SN formula, we need to find n by 2 into 2a plus of n minus 1 into d. Otherwise, if you take n by 2 into a plus n, if you know the last term also, understood? For that also you need to find the n value. For that reason, equate your 988 to your an. So 104, a plus of n minus 1 into d equals to 988. So 104 plus of n minus 1 will be n minus 1 into 13 equals to 988. Now if you do the subtraction, 804. Okay, n minus 1 into 13 equals to 804. Understood? Any doubt for anyone? Yes. Any doubt? You can raise your doubts, everyone. No doubts? Fine. Now let's tell me how we can solve this. Now divide your 804 with 13. So you will be getting the n value. So we are almost completing the time. So just do it fast. Yes. So anyone got the value or anyone having doubt? Okay, so I am leaving this calculation part for you because we are left with only 5 minutes more. Clear? And next you will be having the science class. So here we are having some of the practice questions and that too simple questions only. The next term of the AP. Take the A value and D value and find the next term. And next, sixth term of the AP you need to find where N value we are going to take as the 6. Okay. And 21st term we need to find. They gave the first two terms. This is your A value minus 3 and A2 they gave as the 4. Find the common difference and take your AN formula and you will be getting the required 21st term. Okay. So finally coming to the summary. First of all we discussed about the introduction and then we discussed about what is the arithmetic progression and the general form. General form we can take it as your A comma, A plus D comma, A plus 2D comma and so on till your AN. Okay. Now what is the formula to find the nth term of an AN? AN equals to A plus of n minus 1 into D. And coming to the term selection. So how we will select? Depending upon your number of terms, you are going to select your AP with the required common difference. Okay. And next, sum of n terms. Sn will be equals to n by 2 into 2a plus of n minus 1 into D. And with the last terms, n by 2 into a plus n. Okay. Understood. Next, arithmetic mean means simply a plus b by 2. And for more numbers, sum of those values by number of values. And next, applications of AP. It means your sum of first n natural numbers, n into n plus 1 by 2. And next, sum of your square and cube also there. But still I have given only few of your examples. Clear? Yes. So that's all for today's class. Bye everyone. Take care. We will meet in our next class. Okay.